Microsoft MSFT is trending as investors voice growing frustration over the stock's recent lagging performance, especially when compared to other mega cap tech names that have surged on AI enthusiasm. This underperformance comes despite several positive developments in Microsoft's AI and cloud businesses, leaving many investors debating whether the company's heavy AI spending is being fully appreciated or properly monetized by the market. Sentiment took another hit after a bipartisan coalition of state attorneys general issued a letter on Wednesday, December 10th, targeting Microsoft and other major tech companies. The group warned about AI chatbot safety risks, calling for independent audits, stricter oversight, and enhanced safeguards. The timing of the letter added regulatory pressure across the sector and coincided with roughly a 3% drop in MSFT shares, amplifying concerns about increased scrutiny of AI products, just as Microsoft is trying to scale them globally. Within the trading community, discussion is heating up. Some argue that Microsoft's massive AI investments, from model integration across Copilot, Azure, and enterprise tools to deeper partnerships with leading AI labs, are poised to generate substantial revenue in 2025 and beyond. Others are less convinced, suggesting that the short term payoff is murky, while operating expenses and regulatory risks continue to rise. Adding to the uncertainty is renewed chatter around intensifying competition in the AI chip market, where rivals are pushing hard to challenge NVIDIA's dominance and win cloud provider partnerships. Traders are debating how this shifting landscape may impact Microsoft's cloud margins and the company's strategy for specialized AI hardware. Overall, MSFT's trendiness today reflects a mix of regulatory pressure, valuation debate, competitive dynamics, and the market's broader question: when will Microsoft's massive AI bet fully show up in the stock price?
Okay, so underlying trend still remains bullish. Okay, the stock has been contracting. The expansion that began early September, it's just been contracting that. The broader market, the broader AI software and crypto assets, they all got a bounce on the um, 21st of November, and Microsoft did as well, but it's on got rejected on Friday the 28th, so it's been consolidating since then and down a further 0.7% today. We've been able to break down all the data here, apart from it, including the data from its. Yeah, okay, we've been able to break down all the data here, but we didn't use the market grid figures for this daily chart. We used the market grid data from its 4-hour chart because that is quite representative of what's going on right now. So the stock is, let's see what we have. You can see here, that's how bad things are. At a discount to all of its moving averages, apart from its 200-day moving average, which is still in still trending bullishly upwards, even though the trend is not sloping bullishly upwards, but not trending. So all the moving averages, all of okay, the 10-day moving average is not bearish. It's just even though it's declining, it's pointing. I think it's pointing slightly upwards. Okay, this was as of yesterday. So it is still it still has some. It's maintaining, not even maintaining. It's just neutral, not just neutral, below maintenance mode. Okay, all the other moving averages are negative, severely bearish. Okay, so that's how bad things are. Price pressure momentum, first derivative, 10-day move, the first derivative on its ppm1, which refers to the price pressure momentum of its 10-day moving average. The price pressure momentums measure the angle of attacks of the various moving averages. So the first derivative has a negative value, and it means it's deteriorating badly or rapidly. Second derivative is equally negative as well, accelerating to the downside, major concern, even though the value itself is still neutral. So this is the market grid. This is from its 4-hour chart. You can see here 4-hour chart levels. Okay, so because it's a lot more active, so we took the data from there. We have a diverse range of values. Because I think this is actually what we have there. It's supposed to be 500 or thereabout, but we have here up between 482 and 471. These are the probabilities and the context. Okay. Yeah. So it's currently at, where is it at right now? 475.45. 475.45. So that will be somewhere in between these two. Okay, that's where it is. Yeah. So high probability targets, momentum breakdown. Okay, this is where it is. Okay, well, then when we got the data was here. So when we got the data was here, 478.40. So this is where it is now. High probability target 65. It has done that. High probability targets, yeah, it done that already. Momentum breakdown, yeah. Okay, key inference. The stock is trapped between the R1 resistance and yeah, this is where it's trapped. Yeah, between these two values, that's where it is right now. Yeah, support with 65% probability of testing down. It has actually done pretty much so. So these are trade setups, not a recommendation, not a recommendation at all. Okay, so bearish bias, short slash put spread, or short slash intermediate price pressure momentums are negative with accelerating derivatives. Trading below the 10, 21, and 20 and 40-day moving average is triple moving average discount. Failed to hold out that R1, now acting as a resistance. Okay, the extrapolation of a 3-day moving average forecast for 87.20, suggesting mean reversion attempt, but momentum argues against sustainability. Okay, setup entry is 478 to 480 on any bounce, and then your target will be 475. Uh, then second target 472, stop loss 483.50. This is for short sellers, for selling the short stock short. So it's not a recommendation, not advisable. Okay, negative price pressure momentum alignment, success probability, and much more. So long term trade setup 3 to 6 weeks. Okay, so the rationale is neutral to bullish bias based on its 200-day moving average still positive. Okay, long term uptrend intact. Yeah, is a critical support. Only a 1.59% premium. Yeah, no, yeah, it's on. Yeah, that's a discount by 1.59%, or rather, the stock itself is stock prices of itself is at a 1.59% premium to it. Okay, so target 404.60 on up down projection, extremely oversold the scenario, not justified by fundamentals. 40-day moving average is extrapolating 502.89, aligns with the 400-day moving average, suggests eventual mean reversion. Okay, so these are the targets: 489 to 492, 502 to 505, 512 as well. Stop loss will be 465. Probability assessment, success probability 60 to 65% for phase one entry based on 200-day moving average, historical support reliability, 200-day moving average, solid price pressure momentum, 200 maintaining positive territory, technical oversold conditions near support. AI narrative remains intact long term despite near term frustration. Okay, critical points to monitor. Price pressure momentum one crosses above 0.15, signals a return to maintenance mode, reduces short-term bearish probability to 35%. Daily close above 482.92 invalidates bearish setup, flips probabilities. Break below 200-day moving average increases probability of testing 404.67 to about 40%. Price pressure momentum turns positive, measure intermediate trend reversal signal. Okay, so current tactical stance: bearish short term, constructive long term at lower levels. The deteriorating price pressure momentum cascade suggests patience for better entry points near the 200-day moving average. So yeah, it's the closer it gets to this sort of level, it means that there's a chance that it might print the lows of around 404. You can see that's where it is right now. Yeah. So that's what's going on right now. The extrapolation is actually saying that lower prices may remain in place up till Friday. Then after that, they might attempt to bounce, but The 40-day moving average is also declining to prevent any attempt to bounce. So the stock is expected to trade within this wedge here that the extrapolation of the 40-day moving average and the 3-day moving average seem to be forming. Projections are saying 542, 530, 530, 512. Yeah, those are the projections, upper projections. Okay, so there's a pivotal projection here of 513.46. If it closes above that, then it might advance towards track towards these resistances from its moving averages. So see what you make of MSFT Microsoft stock, and thank you very much for watching this video.